السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا بكم مرة تانية في قناة ايزي انجلش. معاكم ميس أمال خلف. يا ريت بعد ما نتفرج على الفيديو ما ننساش نعمل لايك وشير، وإذا كنا لسه مشتركناش في القناة نعمل سبسكرايب للقناة ونفعل الجرس علشان يوصل لنا تنبيهات بكل الدروس الجديدة. Let's start our lesson today, and today we will study unit number 2. The title of the unit is How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Let's start. We will study lesson number 1 and lesson number 2. We will begin with the new vocab. Okay, let's study the new vocabulary together. First word is word. Word. هي طبعا نفس الساوند بتاع كلمة word اللي هي كلمة، بس الثانية طبعا the spelling is with O not E. word. وطبعا word اللي هو الجناح أو العظم. food stall. food stall. food stall. calligraphy. 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 park. park. communicate. communicate. sewing. sewing. sign language. sign language. repair. repair. street food seller. street food seller. deaf. deaf. computer engineer. computer engineer. call center worker. call center worker. fountain. fountain. keyboard. keyboard. patient. patient. طبعا زي ما احنا شايفين patient acts as a noun and adjective، يعني هي بتعمل كناون وبتعمل كadjective. الناون طبعا بمعنى مريض والadjective بمعنى صبور. wave. wave. طبعا wave يعني ايه؟ يلوح، وطبعا ده الباست سيمبل بيتكون بإضافة دي. Okay, and we will read the vocabulary again. word, footstool, calligraphy, park, communicate, sewing, sign language. What is a sign language? Sign language is the language that the deaf people use. اللي هو بيستخدمها deaf people اللي هم الصم. Using their hands and fingers. using hands and fingers. Repair, and repair is the same meaning as mend. Street food seller. Deaf. deaf. Computer engineer. computer engineer. Call center worker. Fountain. Keyboard. patient. patient. wave. wave. طبعا اللي بيسمع الفيديو يعني ممكن يردد الكلمات ورايا، وبعد ما نخلصهم ممكن يوقف الفيديو ويرجع يقولهم مرة تانية لوحده. traditional. 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 traditional means very old or تقليدي. quiet. 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 طبعا this is an adjective. neighbor. 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 prefer. prefer. ولازم ناخد بالنا ان كلمة prefer is followed by noun and we go around noun or verb with ing. imagine. 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 repeated. 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 skill. 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 طبعا السكيل is something that you can do، او الحاجات اللي انت تقدر تعملها اللي هي المهارة او الحرفة، يعني قدرتك انك تعمل شيء. يبقى السكيل the thing that you can do well. surprise. 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 وسربرايز يعني ايه؟ اكيد كلنا عارفينها، بتدخلوا عليكم في الافلام ولا ايه؟ سربرايز. وطبعا دي اللي هي الايه؟ المفاجأة. habit. والhabit اللي قلنا اللي هي things that you can do every day. the things that you do every day اللي هي الحاجات اللي بتعملها كل يوم. what you do every day. اللي هو a daily routine. sail معناته go to go on a boat. to go on a boat. انك تبحر بايه؟ بمركب. cheese sandwich. what is a cheese sandwich؟ طبعا الساندويتش معروف، والتشيز اللي هو الايه؟ اللي هو الجبن. art club. painting. طبعا البينت this is verb and noun. it's verb and noun. طبعا الverb اللي هو بمعنى يلون شيء او يرسم شيء بالالوان، والبينت الناون اللي هو الكالرز او الالوان. painting اللي هي البيكتشر that you have paint. the picture that you have paint اللي هي الصورة اللي انت بتلونها. moment يعني ايه؟ لحظة. 10 of beans. وال10 of beans اللي هي علبة الفول، اللي هي العلبة الصفيحة الصغيرة. هقول كمان مرة. traditional, quiet, neighbor, prefer, imagine, repeated, skill, surprise, habit, sale, cheese sandwich, art club, paint, painting, moment, 10 of beans. This is the vocabulary, and now we will revise some of the jobs. Look at the pictures. What jobs do you recognize or do you know? Who can tell me what is the job in picture number 1? Yes, very good. It's a street food seller. It's a street food seller. طبعا ده اللي هو بيبيع الأكل في الشارع. Okay. Number 2. Yes, very good. It's a nurse. What about number 3? Yeah, it's a shop worker. Okay, and call center worker. Computer engineer. And the last one is police officer. Okay, I will read them again. Street food seller, nurse, shop worker, computer engineer, police officer, and call center worker. Again, street food seller, nurse, shop worker, police officer, computer engineer, and call center worker. Now, let's look at exercise number 1. Read about some people in the photos. يبقى هو هيديني some people. We will read about some people in the photos that we have seen. اللي هي الصور اللي احنا شفناها للجوبز. يقول لي what are their jobs. 3 a.m. in Cairo. This is the time. Number 8. I'm looking after patients at a hospital. It is very busy. I am looking after children in the children's ward. I like my job, but I am feeling tired tonight. I am looking forward to going home and having a rest. Amal. طيب, what job is Amal? What is Amal's job? Yes, very good. She is a nurse. قلنا الوارد اللي هي جناح الأطفال. طبعا children's ward هو جناح الأطفال. What do you remember? What is the meaning of looking forward to? Looking forward to معناه hope to معناه يأمل يتلهف. خلاص هموت وارجع البيت. I'm looking forward to going home because she is very tired. هي تعبانة جدا. So she's looking forward to going home. وطبعا ناخد بالنا ان بعد look forward to comes a verb with ing. Okay. Exercise text number P. We're driving around the city. And making sure that people are safe in the streets. making sure يعني بنتأكد، يعني ايه نتأكد that people are safe in the streets. We aren't very busy tonight. We aren't very busy tonight. It's cold, so everyone is staying at home. يبقى الدنيا ساقعة فالكل قاعد في بيته. Adel is feeling a bit bored and I am feeling hungry. I'm looking forward to breakfast. إيمان and Adam. خدوا بالكم برضو هنا كمان جت مرة ايه looking forward to. هنا كان جاي وراها ing، هنا جاي وراها ايه very good جا وراها noun. يبقى كلمة look forward to تطبع ب ing or the noun. Number C طبعا اوكي what is the job that Imad and Adil do? Very good, they are police officers. Number C, I am parking my food stall. I am parking my food stall. طبعا parking يعني يركنها. I am parking my food stall here because it's the best place in the city. Lots of people and tourists come this way. People start to buy their breakfast at 6 a.m. I am getting everything ready. I am feeling cold and I am looking forward to drinking some hot coffee. Kamal. What job does Kamal do? Very good. He is a street food seller. A street food seller. Now, let's study the grammar points, and the grammar is about the present continuous tense. The present continuous tense. يبقى درس الجرامر النهارده it's about the present continuous tense. طبعا present continuous tense اللي هو زمن المضارع المستمر. Do you remember how can we form the present continuous tense and when do we use it? Okay, what is the use of the present continuous tense? امتى انا بستخدم ال present continuous tense? Okay. We use the present continuous tense to talk about what is happening at the moment. What is the meaning to talk about what is happening in the moment? يعني we talk about what is going on right now. ان احنا بنتكلم عن what is going on right now اللي هو بيحصل في هذه اللحظة. Now when I am talking. في اللحظة اللي انا بتكلم فيها. And what is the form of the present continuous tense? The present continuous tense is formed by طبعا السنس بتتكون من السبجect. Subject is followed by am, is, or are, followed by the verb in the ing form. يبقى أنا الجملة بتاعتي بتتكون من السبجect أو الفاعل بيتبع الفاعل am و is و are plus الverb with the ing form. طبعا بستخدم am و is و are حسب السبجكت الموجود عندي. If the subject was I goes with am. He يبقى I goes with am. He, she and it go with is. We, you and they go with are. Look at this example. When my father, or because my father is a singular noun, it takes a is. My father is. My father is sleeping at the moment. My father is sleeping at the moment. يبقى هو في اللحظة دي at this moment هذه اللحظة my father is sleeping. Look يعني انظر، وما دام بقول لك انظر يبقى انا بلفت انتباهك لحاجة شغالة دلوقتي. Look the bird is flying. Look the bird is flying. بص كده شوف the bird is flying. Listen انصت اسمع. Someone is talking. يبقى في حد بيتكلم. طب هو امتى بيتكلم؟ هو بيتكلم now. عشان كده لما بقول لك listen انا بلفت نظرك. I am studying now. يبقى احنا انا قاعد بذاكر دلوقتي. طبعا الكلمات اللي احنا شايفينها in red مكتوبة باللون الاحمر اللي at the moment, look, listen and now they are the key words for the present continuous tense. يبقى دول هم الكي ووردز بتوعي اللي انا اول ما بشوفهم بعرف ان التنس بتاعي في البريزنت كونتينوس تنس. لكن هل لازم ان انا احط الكي وورد دي عشان اعرف الجمله بتاعتي في البريزنت في البريزنت كونتينوس تنس؟ لا طبعا، ساعات بيجي لي الكلمه من غير الكي وورد دول، وساعتها لازم انا بعرف في سياق الكلام اذا كان الكلام ده بيحصل دلوقتي ولا كان بيحصل في اي زمن تاني. طبعا ان هو ناخد بالنا كويس قوي ان انا البريزنت كونتينوس تنس اللي هو المضارع المستمر فهو حدث شغال. شغال يعني متحرك، وعشان احرك اي فيرب انا لازمني حاجتين، لازمني عجل ولازمني سواق. العجل بتاعي هو الاي ان جي، فعشان انا اي فعل عشان اخليه يقدر يمشي لازم احط له العجل، والعجل ده هيبقى ايه؟ الاي ان جي. فبقول مثلا عندي فيرب ووك هو يمشي، لكن ووكينج ماشي، ماشي شغال. ايت ياكل، لكن ايتنج بياكل، بياكل شغال في الاكل. ران يجري، لكن رانينج بيجري. فعشان احرك الفيرب لازم احط له الاي ان جي. طب انا لو حطيت الفيرب اي ان جي يقدر يمشي لوحده؟ لا، لازم حاجه تزقه، حاجه تجره، تسوقه، وده اللي هو السواق بتاعها اللي هو الام اند از اند ار. يبقى لازم انا عندي هنا مكونين اساسيين عشان يخلوا الفيرب ده يتحرك ويبقى مستمر. الفيرب to be in the present simple اللي هو am and is and are، والعجل بتاعي اللي هو ال ing. Okay, now how can we form the negative form from the tense؟ ازاي اعمل النيجاتيف فورم from the present continuous tense؟ طبعا انا عندي هنا في فعل مساعد اللي هو verb am، سوري verb to be، وعشان انفي verb to be عارفين الكلام ده من ابتدائي ان verb to be يتنفع بان انا احط وراه very good، احط وراه ايه؟ not. اوكي، يبقى هنا subject is followed by am is or are followed by not، والverb with ing زي ما هو مش هيحصل فيه تغيير. Let's look at the example. Mom isn't sleeping now. Mom isn't sleeping now. يبقى mom مش نايمة، هي حاليا مش نايمة. She's cooking, she's shopping, she's doing anything else, but she's not sleeping. وهي بتعمل أي حاجة but she's not sleeping. Ali and Mona aren't playing games. Ali and Mona aren't playing games. يبقى هما الاثنين aren't playing. وطبعا عشان Ali and Mona are plural they took a are. Aren't playing games. This is a negative form. Now let's see how can we form the question. What can you do to form the question? Very good. We make a cross between am, is and are and the subject. يعني بنعمل استبدال للمكان. So am, is and are comes am, is and are come at the beginning of the sentence. We put them before the subject. So the form becomes am, is and are plus the subject plus the verb with ing and the completion of the rest of the question اللي هو باقي السؤال موجود عندي. طيب to form the WH question we put the WH word in front of the sentence قدام الايه الجملة اللي انا كونتها اللي هي this is a yes no question. طبعا am, is, are plus السبجكت plus الverb with ing الانسرز بتاعته بتبقى yes or no. لكن ال WH question يعني asks for information يعني بتسأل عن معلومة فانا لازم احط المعلومة. وطبعا في الكويستشن المعلومة اللي انا بسأل عليها انا بحذفها من الكويستشن. فهنا بيبقى when الكويستشن word plus am, is or are followed by the subject and the verb with ing. Let's look at some example. Are you sleeping Aya? Are you sleeping Aya? وطبعا الانسر is yes I am. Okay or no I'm not. Where are they going? Where are they going? هم رايحين فين؟ وطبعا هنا الإجابة بتاعتها تبقى بمكان ما يكون they are going to the club. Look what are you doing? What are you doing? When you ask about the subject when you ask about the action لما نيجي نسأل عن الأكشن يبقى what are you doing? Now what are the uses of the present continuous tense؟ احنا قلنا أول استخدام ليها اللي هو to talk about action that is happening now. ده الاستخدام الأولاني to talk about actions that is happening now. وده اللي احنا اتكلمنا فيه وده هيجي مع الكي ووردز اللي هي now, look, listen, at the moment. What is the second use? The second use is to talk about arrangement. to talk about arrangements. What are the arrangements? The arrangements اللي هي الترتيبات. اللي هي الايه؟ الترتيبات. Look at this example. We're traveling to Alexandria next week. We're traveling to Alexandria next week. طب next week دي يا ميس مش مستقبل. الله، أما أنا حطيتها ليه مع البريزنت كونتينوس؟ يبقى ليه أنا بحطها مع البريزنت كونتينوس؟ عشان من ضمن استخدامات البريزنت كونتينوس ان انا بتكلم عن arrangements، والارانجمنتس اللي هي الترتيبات. اي حاجه محتاجه ترتيبات. يعني ايه محتاجه ترتيبات؟ يعني انا مسافره اسكندريه. طب انا هعمل ايه عشان اسافر؟ هحجز تذكره، هحضر شنطتي، هشتري الحاجات اللي انا هاخدها معايا بقى، هجيب المايو بقى، وهجيب الهات عشان البسها عشان الشمس، وهجيب السوليد سكرين، وهعمل بعض الارينجمنتس عشان اقوم بالسفريه دي. فاي حاجه محتاجه ترتيبات او arrangements هتبقى في ايه؟ في البريزنت كونتينوس. هتبقى في البريزنت كونتينوس. ولا لك مثلا we are going on a school trip. we're going on a school trip. انا رايحه في رحله مدرسه. طيب برضه محتاجه اجيب ساندوتشات بقى، واجيب الجوس بتاعي، واحضر الجيمز اللي انا هلعب بيها، واتصل باصحابي ونتفق على بقى الخروج دي هنعمل فيها ايه. فكل الارانجمنت دي هتتحط في البريزنت كونتينوس tense. Now let's look at this exercise. Read about what Ziad, Angie and Aya do at the weekend. ده بقى هنتكلم بقى ايه؟ about their arrangement، الترتيبات بتاعتهم and what they are doing now. Read about what Ziad and Angie do at the weekend. Choose two sentences from A to D to complete each text. كل تكست هنا هختار منه او هختار له جملتين، مثلا من اول A لغايه D. هتشوف مين هيروح مع كل picture. فعندي هنا بيقول لي Hi, I'm Ziad. I live with my mom and dad in a small flat in Minya. At the weekend I am usually quite lazy. وهو حط هنا معايا نمبر B. ليه بقى هو lazy كسول؟ قال on Friday evening my parents and I usually have a big dinner with my grandparents. دايما بيروحوا يتغدوا، بيعملوا باك big dinner عشان ضحك فخم كده with their grandparents. And we sometimes stay at their house. It's bigger than our flat. ونقعد عندهم في البيت. It's bigger than our flat. طبعا number 2 بيقول hello, I am Angie and this is my sister Aya. We live near the sea. عايشين جنب البحر. Okay, I will read the sentence and give you some time to look at the answers. Or to look for the answers. My father and my uncle have an old boat which they are repairing. لو قلنا repair يعني ايه؟ برافو، يعني يصلح. يبقى هما الاتنين عندهم قارب which they are repairing، بيصلحوه. I am learning to sail. وانا بقى بتعلم ان انا ايه؟ ابحر بالقارب ده. But Aya doesn't like the water very much. On Friday evening my parents and I usually have a big dinner with my grandparents, and we sometimes stay at their house. It's bigger than our flat. At the weekend we do our homework, and on Saturday we sometimes spend time with our father and uncle on their boat. Okay, number D. On Saturday morning I often stay in bed, and then I have a late breakfast with grandmother. She is a fantastic cook, and in the afternoon I do my homework. Okay, let's start with number 1 with Ziad. What is the second sentence that we can use? طبعا انا هديكم هحل، بس انتم ممكن توقفوا الفيديو وتفكروا براحتكم. اوكي، طيب the second sentence is number G اللي هي ايه؟ on Saturday morning I often stay in bed, and then I have a late breakfast with grandmother. She is a fantastic cook. In the afternoon I do my homework. طبعا هو ليزي جدا ما بيعملش أي حاجة. Okay. The first sentence with NG and آية is number 8. Is number 8. My father and my uncle have an old boat which they are preparing. I am learning to sail, but Aya doesn't like the water very much. And the second sentence is number C. At the weekend we do our homework, and on Saturday we sometimes spend time with our father and uncle on their boat. Okay. Now let's practice our grammar points. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the verb in brackets. طب أنا عايزة أحط هنا ال correct form of the verb. Sammy is learning sign language at school. Sammy is learning sign language at school. يبقى هو بيتعلم ال sign language at school. Iman and her neighbors. Iman and her neighbors repair Mr. Osman's flat. Iman and her neighbors repair Mr. Osman's flat. هل دي عادة ولا دي something is happening now? Very good, it's happening now. يبقى are repairing. Mr. Osman live in a lovely flat. Mr. Osman live in a lovely flat. This sentence is a fact, permanent action لو حدث الدائم أو a true action in the present يعني أو at the present هو حدث صحيح في الوقت الحاضر ولا this is something that is happening at the moment بيحصل دلوقتي. خدوا بالكم لأن هنا في mix من ال present continuous and the present simple. Yes, very good. يبقى Mr. Osman lives in a lovely flat لأن دي fact at the moment at the present time. Okay. Number 4, Manal and Mona study calligraphy and they enjoy it very much. هم بيدرسوا ولا دي عادة ولا very good. They are studying calligraphy. الكاليغرافي طبعا اللي هو الخط العربي. And they enjoy it very much. Okay. Now this is a listening text. You are going to listen to the tape script. طبعا ما عندناش الكاسيت but I'm going to read it for you. Okay? Listen carefully. Now you are going to listen to the tape script. Number 1. I'm Tamer. At the moment I'm learning a new skill. I am learning sign language so I can communicate better with my cousin Sammy. Sammy is deaf. He can't hear. He is learning sign language at school too. I am having sign language lessons on Saturday morning so I can give Sammy a surprise. Okay? I will say it again. I'm Tamer. At the moment I'm learning a new skill. I am learning sign language so I can communicate better with my cousin Sammy. Sammy is deaf. He can't hear. He is learning sign language at school too. I am having sign language lessons on Saturday morning so I can give Sammy a surprise. Number 2, I am Iman. I am Iman. At the weekend I am learning to do lots of new things. Our neighbor Mr. Osman, he is in hospital at the moment with some other neighbors in our building. We are repairing his flat. يبقى احنا بنصلح له ايه؟ الفلات بتاعته. My sister and I are painting the kitchen and I'm also sewing some new curtains. Number 3, the last one, Manal. I'm Manal. Mona and I are starting a calligraphy and art club at school. We're very exciting. We are very excited about it. My uncle is an artist and he is coming to school to teach us. We are studying traditional Arabic calligraphy and we are enjoying it very much. I am making a calligraphy book for my uncle as a present. Okay. يبقى عندي نوت طبعا who is learning sign language. This is number 1 اللي هو مين؟ تامر. طيب number 8 is learning calligraphy. Yet now I am making a calligraphy book for my uncle. طبعا this is A, this is منال ودي number A, number 3. اوكي. طبعا عندي هنا بقى sign language اللي هي لغة الإشارة، calligraphy اللي هو الخط العربي، painting the kitchen يبقى هنا بتعمل ايه؟ بتلون الكيتشن، sewing يعني بتخيط. اوكي. Now let's look at this exercise. Listen again and answer the question. Who does Tamer want to communicate with? طبعا he wants to communicate with his cousin. What can't deaf people or a deaf person do? What can't a deaf person do? What can't a deaf person do? Yes, very good. He can't hear. He can't hear. Number 3. Who are a man and her sister helping? Who are a man and her sister helping? Who are they helping? Very good. They are helping Mr. Osman. Where is Mr. Osman? Where is Mr. Osman? Very good. He is in house. Okay, number 5. Who is teaching Minal at the calligraphy and art club? Who is teaching Minal at the calligraphy and art club? مين اللي بيدرس لهم في calligraphy and art club? Very good. Her uncle. The last question. What is Manal making for her uncle? What is Manal doing for her uncle? ايه بتعمل ايه for her uncle? Very good. يبقى a calligraphy book. A calligraphy book. Now let's remember what we have studied. ناخد بالنا بقى what is the difference between the use of the present simple and the present continuous. What is the difference between the use of the present simple and the present continuous? You know, we use the present simple for habits, for routines and repeated action, and for things that are always true. يبقى الثلاث أي حاجات أنا بستخدم فيهم البريزنت سمبل. الهابتس اللي هي العادة اللي هي the things that you usually do الحاجات اللي أنت بتعملها عادة. زي like the example I always drink milk for breakfast. I always drink milk for breakfast. وده دايما بستخدم معاه ال adverb of frequency. Usually, always, often, sometimes, and so on. use number 2 اللي هو routines and repeated actions اللي هو routine أو typical routine اللي هو الروتين اللي أنا بعمله دايما. زي we go to school every day, I get up early every day, I go to school in the morning, and so on. Things that are always true. حاجات اللي هي دايما حقيقية. My aunt lives in Cairo. My aunt lives in Cairo. وطبعا كمان بالإضافة ليهم بستخدمه للفاكتس أو الحقائق اللي هي scientific fact أو الحقائق العلمية. But the present continuous is used for things happening now. حاجات اللي بتحصل دلوقتي. Like the example, I'm sitting in my English class. Now at this moment I'm sitting in my English class. Unfinished action in progress around now. يعني ايه unfinished action؟ يعني حدث غير منتهي وشغال دلوقتي. يعني أنا في اللحظة دي هو شغال ولسه ما انتهيش. Well, my sister is learning to dance. My sister is learning to dance. هي دلوقتي بتتعلم ترقص ولسه عمالة شغالة بتتعلم. Temporary situation or action. temporary يعني مؤقت. يعني ايه مؤقت؟ يقول they are painting the school this week. They are painting the school this week. يعني هذا الأسبوع هم ايه بيدهنوا السكول. And this is the end of our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I hope that it is easy and understandable for you. يعني أتمنى إن هو يكون مفهوم بالنسبة لكم ويكون الشرح سهل عليكم وتكونوا استفدتم من الدرس. ويا ريت لو استفدتم ما تبخلوش إن أنتوا تعملوا لايك وشير، ويا ريت نسيبوا الكومنت في الكومنتات أسفل الفيديو علشان أعرف إيه رأيكم في الفيديو وأعرف إذا كنتم محتاجين أي شيء نحب نضيفه على الدروس بتاعتنا. Until we meet again, goodbye and good luck, and don't forget to look at to watch the videos that are recommended for you at the top of the page. يعني ما ننساش دايما ان احنا نتفرج على الفيديوهات المقترحة علينا في اعلى الشاشة. Until we meet again, goodbye and good luck.